That's the best way to start an interview. I love starting with dogs, but it bothers me. My studio is like not at home, so my dog's never here, and it's up a ladder she can't get to. But she would 100% just be trying to be here right now. But she's a lot
What
bigger
kind
than
of
me.
dog is she?
I've got a Groodle, what you guys call a golden doodle. So she's a
Okay.
retriever cross poodle. She's a big fluffy bear. Um,
Smart bear. Yeah.
yeah, she's very smart. Yeah,
Yeah.
very
Awesome.
manipulative. She knows how to get dad's attention.
I mean, they all kind of have that thing, but like I feel like the Groodle or Doodle will employ next level tactics.
100%. They
Like,
have, because the
oh,
eyes
I'm
face
gonna
forward, they look a little bit human. So
yeah,
it's like when she's like looks at me, I'm like, you're thinking things. That makes me worried about what I do near you because you're going to judge
yeah.
me for it.
Were you listening to what you can't talk, right?
Yeah, that's exactly. I'm just waiting for her to be like, "Oi, I heard that."
You think you're getting away with it, but you sound like an idiot. Like,
Yeah,
fuck.
well, we all knew I sound like an idiot, dude. What's going on? Where are you at home right now?
I am. I'm in Nashville
When do you leave to fly out?
tomorrow.
Okay,
So
right.
it's today for you, but
Yes.
it's Monday afternoon for me, which is in I don't know, almost 23 hours from
Okay.
now.
How prepared are you for that? It's a big commitment flying from Nashville to Australia.
Well, I haven't really thought about it a lot.
Good. That's the way to do it. Honestly, just go in and just deal with it.
I got a couple weed gummies and I'm just gonna kind of do it. I don't know.
Embrace. Yeah,
It is what it
it's
is.
not as though it's like the first time you've done it. At least you're
No,
an old hand at this.
it's the first time I've done it from not California. That didn't make sense. This is the first time I've flown
Oh,
out of somewhere besides California. So it's a little bit different. I got to do like a connector and then 17 hours and then Sydney to Adelaide, which is like, ugh.
wait. So where are
But
you flying from? Nashville to where?
to Dallas.
Oh, that is a long flight. I've done the Sydney to Dallas. Yeah. Sorry, that sucks.
It's so funny. It's only 2 hours longer, right? But
It
like,
makes yeah, it does. But you go like 14 hours. You go, yeah, I can like sleep for a few and then do this.
yeah,
17. That's you wake up. There's a whole flight ahead of you.
it's an entire fucking day.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sure I'll get high, sober up, get drunk, sober up, get high again, and then
It's a
I should
whole
be
experience.
there.
So you don't get that in the short flights. It's just one or the other.
Yeah, I mean, you really just can't really dig in on those short flights. Those are
Yeah.
no fun.
Commit to the bit. Oh, dude, that's so exciting. And what a lineup coming out. This is a
Yeah.
great tour package. So if there's a way to make the journey worth it, that's it. Coming out with old friends.
Yes. I wish we were playing more shows. I'll be honest with you, but
That is
it
the
is.
hard thing with us. We just don't have enough markets to play.
Yeah.
But have you got a favorite city? I'm not going to judge. You can say an honest answer. Favorite city, Naz?
Gosh, I mean, I couldn't really say, definitively, but I've always had a really good show in Melbourne. Um, I really like Brisbane, but I mean, they're always really fun. You know what I
Yep.
mean? You got to understand too, like almost every time that I've been down there, it's been like a festival setting. And so you don't
Sure.
really know, like, where are you people from? What is like, I'm not
Yeah.
sure who's really from where, what's going on. So in that way, you can't really gauge what city it was that got you so stoked at that festival. But
Or what the reason was.
yeah, I mean, honestly, I just haven't spent enough time in the individual places either to go, oh, I really like this and I fucking hate that.
Having been out quite a few times, does that play into your strategy when coming, being like, cool, I need to have some down days here, or do you just kind of get in and get the job done?
I mean, honestly, it's so expensive to get there and it's so hard to make it like make sense from a financial standpoint that whatever they want to do once we're there that will work out in a positive way. It's like, yeah, let's do that.
Cool.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's not like,
Yeah.
oh no, I couldn't possibly. I think I'm going to need extra time. It's like, well, good luck with that, buddy.
You are not sounding rock star enough. You need to really up that diva attitude, my friend.
Listen, it's the punk. I'm still in the van.
Yeah, that's
Still in
you know
the
what?
van.
That's exactly it. You haven't you've been in such a wide variety of bands, but you've still had that like OG punk mentality towards it. You need to
Well, not
start
one of them
flamming
have
it up
paid
more.
me yet. I'm
You've
still
done this
waiting.
all wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. I keep going like, shouldn't I get? And they're like, oh, it's coming, and I'm like, okay. So yeah, it's weird.
On to the next one. Wait, hope for the best next time. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, maybe these guys will pay me.
We'll see. We'll see. I want to talk about that because you have one before this interview. Janine spoke very highly of you. So, what to tell you, you come into this with a glowing recommendation.
Well,
But
she
that
gave me
that
her Venmo.
yeah,
She gave me her
yeah.
Venmo,
So
and
so pay
I
her
made
well for that.
sure. Yeah,
But you must. It obviously runs true to be so well respected in this industry. You played across so many different bands at such a high level. That says something about your character, not just your skill set. Because you can't just keep hiring someone that's very talented if they're a fuckwit.
well, I appreciate you saying that. I really do. That's honestly the thing that I would hope has kind of been the constant, that everybody I played with has had a good time
Yeah,
in one way or another, either making fun of me or with me.
you're either
Either
part of the joke or
that's fine.
yeah.
As long as we're laughing, it's good.
What's the experience been like really stepping in? Because this is still a relatively new gig for you with the trio. How's that experience been coming into the band and taking over that helm at the kit?
Yeah, honestly, so it's been a year and a half since I started playing shows with them this time. I
Yeah,
played with them back in the day, like a whole on their lifetime ago. But honestly, having that initial experience so many years ago sort of like made this just like, oh, hey guys. Oh yeah, we're
yeah,
back. We're
yeah.
doing this thing again. It's kind of like, oh, we're getting the band back together, which is insane because they've got, I don't know, like 7 more records or something since I played with them last. But it's been easy. It's been just incredibly easy on that front personally. Like we
Yeah.
all really get along and everybody, understands. They don't have to laugh at my jokes, but it's
It
polite to
helps
kind
if
of
they
go
do.
along.
Sure. Yeah.
And then on the other side of it, like from the drumming point of view, it's like Derek is an absolute monster. Derek is an incredible force of rhythm and has been an instrumental part of this band's feel and style and sound for so long. So it's really it was intimidating kind of coming in because it was like, wow, this is really something that has been established. Um, but also they've had several different drummers over the years. So some of those records have been played by 4 or 5 different drummers.
Sure.
So that early stuff, especially, I really don't feel too much pressure to stick to original stuff. I do my thing and it kind of it definitely works with what's going on with musically, but I don't have to copy anything too closely. I've really tried to stay true to what's on the newest record, and I really try to embody the spirit of what Derek was doing. I can't do a lot of the stuff that he does. He's such a fast player and he does so many intricate, nuanced, really subtle things. And I'm so much more of like a big, blunt instrument.
You were being
Uh,
modest, but
it,
sure.
but thank you. But I mean, it's like really, we do have such different styles that I just do what I can to sort of evoke the spirit of what he was after and stay true to myself at the same time. That was such a
Having
long answer. My God.
you know what? That's what we do these for. You're doing your job. You're being a great interviewee. Well done. So thank you're making my job easier. I don't need to talk. You just keep going.
Okay.
Uh, talk to me about the influence because you've come from having so many other projects and like you've got Matt done the Bling thing recently. Have you found that there's a new audience that comes along after so many years, maybe through other projects you've done that been like, oh, well, I'll go check this out now because I was a fan of Angels or I was a fan of Blink or whatever it is. Do you find that it shows or it doesn't really come across that way? You still got like the OG Alkaline fans.
I mean, it's a mix. Obviously you've got the people that were, dyed in the wool trio fans, and maybe they went and checked out Blink on a deeper level when Matt
Sure.
went over there. And maybe since I've joined the band, they've started looking at bands that I've done in the past with a closer, look. And but at the same time, it's like, yeah, I absolutely see t-shirts of I mean, I've seen t-shirts of like 5 bands that I've been in at shows.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like that. I feel like that's kind of their way of saying like, hey, I'm here because of this
There's just
thing.
layer upon layer. There's like a rocket from the Crip shirt, and they just keep lifting up,
Yes.
showing you. But yeah,
It was
great.
just one, it was one kid and he had 5. You're right. You got it.
I knew.
No, but it's like, you see these different people and they're like, this is what brought me here kind of thing. That's
Cool.
like their way to announce it. And you see that with Blink t-shirts as well. So without getting the chance to talk to everybody, I would if I could. But at the shows, you get a sense that there are people that have come more recently into the fold.
Cool. I think that's a really great thing for a band that with such longevity. Like the trio has been around for a hot minute, coming up
It's
on
very hot.
30 years, 96 ish, I think.
Such a hot minute.
So long. That's so long, but that's such a cool thing to have like that longevity and still be bringing in new fans along the way, and also maintaining a fresh sound. Like off the last album, seeing like the film clip with the zombies in the pool and having like Steve Caballero in there and stuff. There's like a nod to the past, but then you can see all this like young, fresh excitement for the band. That's a really cool, exciting thing. It must be really fun to be part of that.
Absolutely. Honestly, that I feel like they I feel like the new record is just so fantastic and it's honestly like so full of good songs. And I mean, honestly, there's a bunch of songs that didn't make it on the record that are just as good. They're insane. But it was a focused effort to keep it at 10 songs for the 10th record. But really like having that, like you say, genuine excitement to write new music and to make music that is compelling at this stage of the game, I think is a huge accomplishment.
Hell yeah. And it's cool to get to play these sort of venues, playing with like Dropkick. There's a it justifiable either band could be the headliner and be like this is the mainstay and get to play these venues. It's cool to have that opportunity to reach such a wide range of audiences, and the two are selling super well, which is cool to see.
Awesome.
That must be
Yeah.
exciting coming back to me. Like there's clearly still a huge desire to watch us play and do this thing.
Yeah, and you don't know, when a band stays like away, not stayed away, but like the band has not
You've
made
been
their way
avoiding
down
us. I get it. It's fine.
to Australia in quite a while, that it's like, well, I mean, we don't deserve to be welcomed with open arms. We should be, people should be angry and frustrated, but whatever. But it's people have been really, it seems like a really good response, and people are excited. So all we can really hope to do is uh, stoke them out
Yeah.
and not leave anybody wanting. I mean, you always want them wanting more. You want to leave them wanting more, but you don't want to like. I hope to impress everybody.
Now you just said like 10 albums. That's a lot of material to pull from, build a set list.
Oh my gosh.
How
We
hard was
made
that?
we made this thing of like all we like poster boards, like big, big boards so that we could all see them from across the room. And we wrote out every record and every song on every record, and then it was just like, oh my God, that's so many songs.
We made a huge mistake.
It was just like, oh, what? Like, how? Like this was in the beginning of the year before we started touring on the record, and it was like, this is a daunting task. Like, well, I don't even
Yeah.
know why did we do this? Like, what's
Yeah.
happening? And then we sort of went through like, oh, people really love this song. People, and I mean, at the end of the day, there are those standout songs that people always want to hear. And honestly, I want to play them for those people. I want to play the stuff that people want to hear. Just because a song is super obscure and has been played live 4 times ever, I don't necessarily think that's always the best choice to
Yeah.
play in a live setting. And unless your show is 3 hours long and you have the time to like do everything, but that's not the case for us this time.
I think it's like a common misconception that artists, whilst their songs, they're like, we played it 100,000 times and it's just going through the motions. It's the audience interaction and feedback that makes that experience fun for you guys. So like playing a song you played 100,000 times, it's still fun when people are like fucking pumped to hear that song, because that's the reason you
Absolutely.
do it. So
100%. Yeah. I've definitely played with people that don't like playing their most popular song. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
This is why, this is how 70% of these people found your band.
So,
Like this
yeah.
is the thing. And and I mean, I understand if it gets tired and like just kind of sad or whatever, you're over it. But it's like, oh my goodness, I'm telling you, this is a valuable thing. Like people really enjoy. And I have so much appreciation to be able to do this, to make a living playing music. And the reason that I make a living playing music is because people like the music
Yeah.
and they pay to come see you play it. And honestly, I feel like to honor the system of this, the give and take or the sort of agreement that we have. You play the stuff that people want to hear.
Hell yeah. Was there any butting heads within the band picking that set list, or were you all pretty like on the same page with what you wanted to play and what the fans wanted to see?
I mean, honestly, in the beginning of the year, we had a really long set list, and we're like, okay, we gotta cut away 3 songs at least, just because it's too long.
Yeah.
And then we were like, after a week, we're like, you know what, let's switch this other one in for this one, and you know what, let's actually switch this one for that one. And even if it's just like the guys on the crew or the guys in the other bands on the tour, like Drug Church was like, oh, we really want to hear this song. We're like,
Oh,
really?
cool.
Okay, yeah, I mean, yeah. And so we play it sound check. They're like, oh fuck, you gotta play that tonight. We're like, all right. And then it just stayed in the set. And
Yeah.
so
Okay. If they like it, other people will.
yeah, I mean that's kind of the thing. And you do lose a little bit of perspective being really close to it. So you can't
Sure.
always tell. Like, do, do people like that one? Or I
Are
don't.
we just doing it because we like it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And then you're like, okay, well, I guess we should kick that one to the curb.
I guess that also shows the level of musicianship to have the ability to switch songs out or add them in. Because some bands get stuck in being like, these are the 10 songs to play each live one because we're practiced and we know what we're doing. For you guys to be
Sure.
like, oh, I guess we'll throw this one in now and just do a decent job of it, that's probably a testament to not just the songs, but also your skills.
Well, I mean, I appreciate you thinking that, but at the same time, like, man, I don't know all of them. Like every once in a while,
I'd be surprised if you did.
somebody will turn around and go, hey, you know this? And I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, all right. And, move on, whatever. Like it was just oh, somebody outside asked if we would play that. It's like, okay. Do you know it? Well, no, but I didn't want to even think
Come
about it
take
until I
over for
figured
me.
out if
Yeah.
you knew it. I'm like, okay, fair enough.
With as I said, this is a pretty stacked lineup, and you've been in the game for a very long time and played with a whole bunch of bands. What's one band you've never played with that you would still like to maybe a one-off show or to tour with?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, there are songs that I would love to play. Like I'd love to play the Misfits songs, but do I want to be in the Misfits? I don't think so.
Okay, yeah, sure. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I think that would be really fun, but also would that be fun? I don't
What
know.
about going on tour with them? So you're the trio goes and you playing with that band. What would that
Right,
be?
right.
Misfits or
That's sure. I mean, that would be fun for sure. But I mean, honestly, I would just like to play those songs. But maybe
yeah,
I would
okay.
get on stage for one or two a night. Who knows?
Oh
Uh,
yeah, love that.
yeah. So there, stuff like that. There's always things. I'm lobbying hard for the Fugazi reunion. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I dream
We can
I
keep our
pray
fingers
every day.
crossed.
Yeah.
We've this has nothing to do with us, but we're claiming it. We've interviewed so many bands and been asked this question so many times now. Within 6 to 8 months after a tour gets announced, they're playing together, and we like to think we've accidentally helped that. We've manifested something great.
All
So
right.
let's
Great.
Fugazi. Let's just keep the fingers crossed and see
Yeah.
what happens.
Just throw it out there.
I like that. All right. So this is a question I've been asking a few people lately, and I won't hold you up too much longer because I know you've got other people to talk to. But what's one album that you would like to just be in the crowd and watch in full, front to back, live? It can be dead or alive artist. Just one album that you would think I want to sit and experience that from an audience perspective in full.
I mean, I feel like I've already gotten to do it. Several years ago, Weezer played Pinkerton top to
Oh,
bottom,
cool. Yeah.
and that was really great. You know what I mean? Like that was really fun. That's one of those records that's, um, to me, it's a perfect record. from top to bottom. I would love to see because I would love to see Block Party, Silent Alarm.
I
Like,
saw that in full, and
did you?
and they actually played it in reverse order though. They went back to front,
Of
obviously because like
course.
the singles are at the front of the album. It
Yeah, yeah,
was transcendent. It was fucking
yeah.
incredible.
That's one I think that I would actually be pretty psyched
Yeah,
to see.
that's a great call.
Um, but like the original lineup too. Can I make
Yes.
those
Yeah, no,
specifications?
you
Okay.
get 100%. You get to be, it's your dream. Yeah, of course you can. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, the
Tight.
percussion on that
Dude,
is
so phenomenal.
it
Just over
kills
the
it.
top.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It is over the top. It's relentless and phenomenal.
But completely musical and completely tasteful, but just bananas. I love it. It's such a great combination of all those things.
Also, for a debut record to come out with that is such a just wildly
Yeah.
crazy experience of being like, oh yeah, just here's our first take. What do you think of this? We're
Yeah.
changing the game.
Try
Incredible.
this on.
Yeah, love that. But I asked this question yesterday, and someone said, and I hadn't thought about this. Someone said like Sergeant Pepper's, and I was like, oh, the Beatles is such a great answer because so many of their albums never got played live. So seeing that front to back
Who
live,
who who is that?
who said it?
No, what band was that?
Oh yeah, it's this little band. I don't know if you heard of them. They're called the
No.
Beatles. Yeah, something that
Uh-uh.
I not. They're not
Australian.
popular,
Okay.
but
Australian.
I
Gotcha.
think that's such a cool answer from the perspective that no one's ever seen the album live. That would be cool.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, that would probably be informative. That would be
One
like, oh
hundred
wow, this
percent.
is pretty fantastic. That's special of them, like the whole Get Back special, like that was pretty fantastic. But it was also very much like, oh my God, this is just every band all the time.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It was
Yep.
like it was painful to watch, like, oh, I've been right there. Like,
I
oh.
know what that feeling is.
Yeah,
Did you see the
uncomfortable.
movie yesterday?
Yes. I
I
like
thought
that
that
movie
was
a
such a
lot,
cool
actually.
concept. It was a really fun concept for the movie of just like,
Yeah,
what if,
honestly, I actually really like that movie.
yeah. Oh, well, my
It's
dude,
like one
I'm
of those
pumped you're coming
feel
out.
good.
You're, I hope the flight goes fast, but we'll see you on our shores very soon
Awesome.
and look forward to getting out and watching you rock the kit.
Yeah, thanks, man. What city are you in?
We're just outside Sydney, so we'll see you at the Roundhouse,
Okay, awesome.
which
I'll
is
be there.
also my favorite venue in Sydney. So that's fantastic.
Oh, this works out great.
So thank you for doing that. I appreciate it.
Yeah. What we called ahead. What is
Yeah.
he like?
What's
What does
Nate's venue
Nathan
he
want to
likes?
do?
Yeah, I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Adam, dude, thank you, man. And we'll see you real soon.
Hey, cheers. Thank you.